Hey everybody, Stock Catcher here. Today was another day full of opportunity. Just a lot of people were doing great, whether it was day trading, swing trading. There's a lot of opportunity, guys, and the market's only going to get better for small caps, in my opinion. I said in the past, right, once it starts to get cold, we're talking October, November, December, this really heats up. Like the volume accelerates, and I've seen many times where these stocks are ripping vertical, several 100%. We're not talking about just one play, many plays. And you could see the price action yesterday on these stocks, such as what was it, CRML, WWR, NAC. There was just plays just going crazy. And today, again, as you see here, this was just a couple plays. I didn't even include every single play, whether it was day trade or swing trade, because it's going to take too much time. But again, look at this, guys. If I had someone like this or a team long time ago when I started, I would have joined in an instant. Like 1 second, I would have been in, because it's just crazy, like the amount of, opportunity. So today I'm going to be going over several stocks that have interesting potential as well. First stock that I'm recommending you guys keep an eye on would be ABVE. This one is called Above Food Ingredient. So what this stock is basically, it's a plant-based food ingredient company focused on regenerative agriculture and plant-based food. So why am I mentioning this stock? You might ask, right? So because this stock actually fits the current trend that's been going on today. If you haven't seen the runs on Seed or KDA, it was crazy. Afterhours, there were plays ripping 100 to 200% today. And it's because of President Trump announcing information that caused the spark of attention, right? In my opinion. So ABVE, this one also has a merger angle. And I talked about this stock actually 2 weeks ago. I believe it was 2 weeks ago I talked about it. And then it ran $2 after my video, and I saw people just banking hard. And right now, if you look at ABVE, it's making a multi-day setup. What that means is once a stock makes a big move up, it pulls back, and then there's potential for more opportunity. So ABVE, I will be watching this one going forward. The next stock you have to watch, guys, is AGRZ. And this one, again, I made a video on when it was around $4, and then I mentioned that 450 level, which was a psychological pivot. I said 450 key break, and then this stock ended up ripping face to 630. If you look at it right now, what's the daily chart? Again, this is a same situation where this could run multi-day, like a swing trade type of setup, right? If it holds over those key levels. So AGRZ, again, this also fits the trend. Remember the food? AGRZ is an agricultural technology as well as agribusiness company. This company focuses on agricultural production and processing operation. So AGRZ also is a new IPO. The reason I mention it's a new IPO is because when a stock is a new IPO, oftentimes there's a lot of room to run. This is because if you go to the technical chart on IPO, they have something called a blue sky potential. What that means, blue sky, what that means is basically when a stock runs through all the resistance levels, because if you look at an IPO, usually looking left, they don't have a lot of resistance because they just came out, right? So AGRZ, did you want to see that 630 level clear, and then it could potentially run blue sky type of move, right? Because 630 level is important over 630. So next stock we have to talk about is SGD, Safe and Green Development. This one I had a couple people actually reach out to me saying they're bullish on it, so I'm making a video on it. This one, SGD, I made a video on, I'm pretty sure twice, but it's pretty much just been in the channel. If you go to SGD chart, it's just been consolidating for several days now, which is not a bad thing. And this stock I'm definitely keeping a close eye on as well, SGD, because the potential catalyst for it as well, right? If you look at potential possible development agreements, project executions, and this is also in the real estate type of sector, right? That's been really nice this past month. So I'm gonna be watching SGD for those potential catalysts as well, because this stock, I believe the float on it is also nice, right? Let me double check. SGD, I believe, only has 4 million float. Yeah, it was right. So yeah, I'll be monitoring this stock. And if you have any more stocks you want me to look up or mention in the video, you could always write in the comments, right? Because I do these videos just to help people, and I like making these videos, right? So next stock you have to watch would be, there's a lot of stocks that have potential, but I'm just trying to keep it to as concise as possible. So next one that's interesting would be VWAF. VWAF is Vision Wave Holding. This is a defense AI type of company, cyber defense integration. So when you're talking about AI, this is a really hot trend. If you've been noticing BBAI, SOUN AI, I talked about many videos. These stocks, VWAV, this is another stock that has that defense real-time AI sensing technology. And this stock actually announced partnership with defense contractors and technology provider. So they're basically this company. Their activity mixes product pilot, commercial integration, and consulting technology services. It's basically combined to secure AI and sensing. So VWAV also reported completion of pilot with US Tier 1 defense company and receive a payment for that. So one last thing is that this stock also fits the sympathy type of name with GWAF. GWAV, the name sounds very similar, and that stock went from 7 to, what was it, 28? I gotta double check. Yeah, GWAV was crazy. This was one of the biggest winners this week. This went to $24 from 7. So that may sound silly, right? Because some people watching this video might think, oh, just because a name sounds similar, that's not really a valid reason to trade. Well, if you understand the psychology, right, of traders, this is a real thing where I didn't make it up, but in the past there was many examples where, let's say, a stock, the name was pets, PET Z, and then a lot of people were just buying dog Z, they were buying doggo, they were buying, what was it, I remember, like, yeah, that was pretty much the crazy times. But these stocks were ripping 100% after that. This was during the pandemic, and yeah, those were fun times. So GWAV, I'm gonna be watching this one. Next one you gotta watch, guys, SOAR, SOAR. If you look at SOAR daily chart, it's been really just ramping up. SOAR actually, when we're talking about the business, they operate a platform of private aviation services. And on top of that, this stock company, fundamentally speaking, projects strong sequential growth based on their Vaunt subscription sale, right? This was Q3 2025. So this one also, I remember in the morning time, they made a really big move up. So the stock personality on SOAR would be stronger, as you could see based on the price action as well. And the name is kind of interesting to write, SOAR. That's basically like flying. So that's SOAR. Next one would be POLA. So the reason I'm mentioning POLA is if you watched my previous video, I talked about PPSI. Remember that stock? I talked about it on the previous video, or was it 2 videos ago? You could check right now. Look up PPSI. I made a video on it around low $4. This was like $4.25, And look at it right now, it went to $5. So the reason I mentioned PPSI and POLA is because this is the time period, like the fall season, when there's a lot of power outages. There's a lot of, tropical storm. There's a lot of hurricane. There's a lot of natural disaster. There's a lot of fire. So based on the past history of the stock personality as well, PPSI, POLA, these run together. And if you look at POLA chart, you could look up the technical chart. It's forming a multi-day setup, which is one of my top 10 strategy. So multi-day setup, what that means, sum it up very quickly, is that's when a stock runs for several days, which would count as swing trading, right? Because these YouTube videos are mainly for swing trading. These are not momentum scalps, you know what I'm saying, where you get in 1 minute and then get out 1 minute. These videos are mainly swing trade ideas because I post them in the nighttime, right? So you can't really day trade them quickly. The posts I make on Twitter, YouTube, live stream is mainly day trades, unless I say it's multi setup or day trade, because day trading and swing trading is not the same. Like, these price action is completely different, and the entry mechanism as well. Because in day trading, you could get in high. You could get in when the stock is up like 300%. And then still make a ton of money. But for swing trading, it's kind of different. You want to buy it when it's lower, like pretty much a lower risk area. So because think about it, when you're swinging a stock, you don't really want it to crash on you, right? Because day trading could get out instantly. So that was POLA. Next stock is MicroVision. I know I made several videos on this stock, but the reason I'm bringing it up again is because the stock I made, similar to that, remember Nano Dimension and NDM? I talked about this several videos. It didn't move at all, and then if you look at it today, it made a very green, nice move. It went to over $2. Nano Dimension, and I've been talking about Nano Dimension since it was like 130s, and this was for a while, like weeks. And finally today, it made a really beautiful, really nice move this week. So MicroVision I'm bringing up again because if you look at the extended time frame, it's just pretty much hasn't really made a big move, and it's just kind of chilling in that zone. So I'm bringing it up because this is a company specializing in the LiDAR as well as autonomous vehicle, and this is a sector that is going to be just really bullish in my opinion. Remember I talked about AI, robot, autonomy, lasers. This type of concept is only going to get more and more demand in my opinion as we get more and more society, we get advanced, and you can see yourself outside. It's just getting more and more technology, right? So MicroVision, I highly recommend keep an eye on this one. It also has a high short float percentage, right? So there's a lot more stocks that I could go over, but I don't want to make the video too long. And if you have any more stock suggestions, write down in the comments, guys. I'm gonna be making more videos every single day, just trying to help people, guys. And I recommend you have a great, safe day, guys. Sleep good, and I'll see you tomorrow in the morning time. All right, good night, everybody.